Hello everybody, and welcome to another tropical update. Today is Saturday, September 25th, 2021, and Hurricane Sam has rapidly intensified into a 140 mile per hour major category 4 hurricane and is moving west-northwest at 10 miles per hour. So here you're looking at the 5-day cone of uncertainty for Hurricane Sam from the National Hurricane Center, and Sam is projected to move northeast of the Caribbean islands of Puerto Rico and the Lesser Antilles over the next 5 days. So we're going to be looking at spaghetti model guidance and intensity guidance to see how strong Sam is going to be getting and where it's going to be going. So we're looking at our intensity guidance model. Hurricane Sam is already a Category 4 hurricane, and about half of the models maintain Category 4 hurricane status through at least the next 6 days, and then about another half of the model, and most of the other models keep it at least a Category 3 hurricane throughout the next 6 days. So all in all, there's extremely good model agreement that Sam is going to remain a very strong hurricane for at least the next 6 days, with one model even taking it to a Category 5 in the next 4.5 days. So Sam is going to remain very strong. So now we're going to be seeing if it's going to be impacting any land areas. So here are the GFS ensemble models for Hurricane Sam, and as you can see, in very, very fortunate news, Hurricane Sam is projected to miss the Lesser Antilles and Puerto Rico to the north and east. However, Bermuda could be threatened from Hurricane Sam, as several of the models take it very close to Bermuda in about a week or so. And then, in about a week and a half, several of these models take it towards southeastern Canada, and by that point, Hurricane Sam will likely still be a very strong system and could cause some very strong winds and heavy rain across southeastern Canada and in areas like Nova Scotia and Newfoundland. So you guys up there are also going to want to watch Hurricane Sam over the next several days. And even if you're on the east coast of the United States, I wouldn't rule out a landfall, because we're still a week out, and these models could easily shift to the west over the next week. So we're going to be taking a look at why Hurricane Sam got so intense so quickly, and why it is expected to maintain its major hurricane status for the next 6 days, for such a long period of time. First of all, we're going to look at our sea surface temperatures, and in our oranges, we have sea surface temperatures of 80 to 85 degrees. Sea surface temperatures only need to be about 80 degrees for tropical cyclones to strengthen, and Hurricane Sam is located right about where I'm holding my cursor, and is sitting over sea surface temperatures of about 83 to 85 degrees, and is going to continue to move over sea surface temperatures of 83 to 85 degrees over the next week. So we're going to still see extremely warm sea surface temperatures fueling the system as it moves northwest over the coming week. Secondly, we're going to be having very light upper level winds. So we're going to be seeing wind shear of 10 knots or less. Wind shear of 20 knots or less are typically favorable for tropical cyclones to maintain their strength or strengthen. And as you can see, over the next 6 days, there is nearly zero upper level wind shear for Sam to contend with as it moves northwest across the central Atlantic over the next 6 days. And then finally, we're going to be looking at our see if there's any dry air in the mid levels of the atmosphere to hinder Hurricane Sam. And as you can see, there is a little bit of dry air northeast of the Lesser Antilles and Puerto Rico, represented by these areas of orange and dark gray. However, if you look at Hurricane Sam First of all, notice the perfectly symmetrical, well-defined eye, and notice all the areas of greens and grays surrounding it. That is a very tightly packed core, which means that the dry air is likely not going to be able to penetrate through the storm to get to the core. So this dry air is likely not going to play any role in hindering Sam's strength over the next 6 days to 1 week. And finally, before we end the video, let's take a look at our infrared satellite, because this is a very impressive, classic textbook-looking hurricane. So taking a look at Sam on infrared satellite is about as textbook of a hurricane as you can get. It's got a classic pinwheel shape to it. It's got a circular core of deep thunderstorms, and it's got a perfectly symmetrical eye. In these reds, blacks, and grays, these represent very, very tall thunderstorm clouds. And as you can see, the core is completely protected from any outside detrimental forces such as upper level winds and or dry air. And as I loop it, you can see that the eye maintains its shape over the last 2 hours. So Hurricane Sam continues to hold its strength, and it could even strengthen a little bit more over the coming days as like I said, all the ingredients are favorable for tropical cyclone strengthening. And this is just a beautiful loop, you guys. And look on the east side of the storm, you can see thunderstorms blowing up on the east side. And then you can see your high cirrus clouds spanning out in all directions, indicative of light upper level winds. So anyway, thank you guys for watching this tropical update, and you guys have a wonderful evening.